Hi, yes, this is a weird intro because I went very fast on this video and I'm trying to get some information before I even start. This is just a video that I wanted to make showing how to use the products included in this month's Boxycharm for a more daytime appropriate kind of look. So I start off by putting on my base. I normally always start off with my foundation. So I'm using a primer, which is the Becca First Light or something like that. And then I'm using the Hourglass stick foundation, and I'm going to mix that with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer, which has become one of my favorite foundations because it's very high coverage and it also lasts a very long time. I'm mixing them because neither of these two products are my actual shade. So by mixing them, it makes kind of my shade, I think. I don't know. All the information of the products that I'm using, I'm going to list them below because, again, I kind of whizzed through all these steps and I didn't there's a lot of things that I didn't even like show on the screen or everything because I am a terrible YouTuber. So anyways, this sponge that I'm using is from Sonia Kashuk. I got it at Target and it's the best sponge ever. It kicks the Beauty Blender's ass in my opinion. It is nice and big and it just blends everything really nicely. So I actually really like it and I think it's like $4. So you can't go wrong. Next up, I'm going to prime my lids. For the eyeshadow, I use a concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape. The Tarte Shape Tape. I use that. And I normally set it with just the lightest eyeshadow that is available on the palette or on whatever palette I have. So the palette that I received in this month's Boxycharm was the Element of Surprise from Colourpop, which I think that pretty much everybody received. Everyone on Instagram received the same palette. I think I haven't seen anybody use a different palette. So that kind of sucks because I already own this palette. So the one that I'm using for this tutorial is one that I own myself. And the one I have from Boxycharm is just brand new there sitting. So if anybody is watching this and wants to swap palettes, let's do that. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying to create a look that is just very simple because once you look at this palette, if you have it, you might think it's a little bit too out there for like an everyday wear, but you can just use these neutral colors and just make like a wash on your crease. And then I chose a glittery color and just put that on my eyelid, and I feel like it gives you a nice polished look that you can use, you know, to go to work, especially if you like work really early in the morning and you're not looking to wear something too crazy, nothing too like out there and too bold, but at the same time you want to look nice and put together. These kind of like warm brown colors are really nice. I think they look nice on everybody. And this color that I'm using on my eyelid, which I will again list down below, even though it is a shimmery color, once you apply it onto your eyelids, it just looks really nice and shiny. I mean, it's not really translating properly, I think, on the camera. In person it looks a lot shinier, but it doesn't look glittery, which is nice. To finish off the eye look, I'm just going to do I'm gonna line my eyes with some black eyeliner. I'm using a gel eyeliner from Morphe, which I love because it dries down and it doesn't transfer. And I'm using a pencil, a really tiny pencil brush, which I normally don't use. I normally use a slanted brush, but this one works nice and it gives a really nice and thin line, which I really like because, again, if you're trying to use this in the morning, like to put on makeup in the morning to go to work. Again, you're not trying to look too out there, too bold, but a nice black line or even a brown eyeliner could have worked as well. It gives your eyes a nice definition and it makes it look a little bit more put together and more polished. So it looks nice. But the eyeliner is kind of, you can wear that if you want to, because I know that not everybody is good doing this and it takes a long time. Like it takes me forever to make a line, and as you can see is like I keep adding more because I feel like one side is never the same as the other, so I end up making a thick ass line. So yeah. So the next step is I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now in the Boxycharm for this month there was a brow liner, a brow gel that was included. I saw other people reviewing it and they say they liked it, which is cool, but I didn't use it because the color that they sent me was not my color whatsoever. My eyebrows are very dark. As you can see here, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil in what is that called? It's like the darkest color. It's the one after dark brown. Again, it'll be listed in the description bar below. But it's like the darkest one is like almost black, and the one that Boxycharm sent me, the brow gel, is like something someone that's blonde would use. Is very light, kind of grayish brown, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna wear this. It looks terrible. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to use that, unfortunately. I do my brows in a kind of a messy way. What I do is that I don't do strokes. I mean, I do, but I first kind of create a line over and under my eyebrows to kind of make the shape, and then I kind of fill in the brow by making short strokes, which is why I like the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer, because it is a very sharp tip that allows for more control for your brows. And now I'm just cleaning my eyebrows, cleaning the edges because I am very messy, and I like for my brows to be defined. And yeah, I did splat my eyebrow with concealer, but I do fix that though, so don't worry. I did catch that later. And I'm just blending the concealer into the skin. So now I'm just going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes and apply some mascara. I'm using the mascara from Butter London that was included, I think, in last month's Boxycharm. I don't remember. But I have been liking it a lot because it does give my eyelashes a nice volume. Again, the camera does not pick up, doesn't really pick up the difference that it makes on my eyelashes. It's kind of like you have to be up close. So I am adding some kind of like shimmer to the bottom part of my eyebrows and to the inner corner. This was from another palette. I think this is from the Tartelette and Bloom that I got the shimmer, because the Colourpop palette didn't bring like a light shimmery color that I could wear there. So yeah, now I'm using concealer, and of course the camera goes blurry because it's focusing on the wrong thing and I didn't notice. Lol 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 lol. But it's fine. I love this concealer. It is so good. It is literally the only thing that has worked for my very, very dry under eyes, but it is very expensive. I don't recommend you buy it if you're in a budget, or if you're just like, girl, I'm not spending no $28 on no concealer. And hey, I hear you, but for someone like me who struggles with dry, really dry, flaky skin, you know, I gotta invest. So and I just blend that in. This part, the battery on the camera died, so I have already set my under eyes with powder, and now I'm just putting some color on my lower lash line. I tend to steer away from putting color on my waterline directly because normally when I'm putting on makeup in the morning, is if it's very early, my eyes are very sensitive, so they get very watery, and then whatever's on my waterline is going to transfer and it's going to melt off my face anyways. So what I do is that I just pack on color on the skin right under my eyelashes, so that way my eyes look defined and there's some definition, but there's nothing on my waterline, because there's just no use. Like, I'm gonna apply it on my waterline, I'm gonna blink 3 times and it's gonna disappear, so I don't even bother. But if you don't have that problem, then you can put on some white or cream colored eyeliner and it will look really nice. And I'm just contouring my face using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is the best thing I have ever purchased. Why didn't I own this before? I don't know, but now I have it, and it has the best contour color ever, and I'm very happy that I have it. And I'm putting the yellow color right under my eyes to brighten it up. Very important to put as many bright powders you can put on your face in the morning time, especially when you're going to work, because that will make you look awake. And some nice pink blush that will make you look alive, basically. Especially if you're dead tired, just put some inner sparkle in your eye and then some blush and you look good. And I'm putting some highlight. Again, you know, it's a work appropriate kind of look. You're not trying to wear some crazy ass highlight. So I'm using the not shimmery part of the Fenty Beauty highlighter. And I'm putting it everywhere where you highlight. And then I'm going to set all this stuff with the Urban Decay All-Nighter, which is the most important part of my routine, I feel, because this helps all the powders and everything to kind of sink into my skin, and it makes it look so much better. And if there's any kind of patchiness or anything on my skin, once I spritz that on my face, it just looks so much better and it makes it last all day long. This is a lipstick that came included also in the Boxycharm. I'm not 100% in love with this color, but I like the formula. The only thing is that it kind of sticks to the edges of my lips and it gives me that butthole look that a lot of matte lipsticks give. So I put some lip gloss on top, and that's pretty much it. You see, something that is not too crazy that you can accomplish with this palette if you have it, for an everyday look, for you to go to work in the morning. You know, it looks like a lot of steps, but this is something that I normally do very quickly. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.